Good morning, students. Welcome to eSuvidya. Hope you all are fine and safe. Students, in the previous class, we have completed the poem Loveliest of Trees, written by the British classical poet and scholar Alfred Edward Houseman. So, as we have discussed, Alfred Edward Houseman follows the ballad style of writing the poems. So what do we mean by ballad style? By ballad style we know a kind of a narrative poem, especially a sentimental or a romantic poem. So ballad style of a poem means these are the narrative poems, and these poems are written in short stanzas. So in this poem, Loveliest of Trees, the poet describes about the natural beauty of the cherry plant laden with beautiful white flowers. So the poet tells that the cherry tree is the loveliest tree among all the trees that stands among all the trees that remain in the woodland or in the forest area. So when the poet is riding his horse and going through the path of a woodland or going through a forest path, then the poet came across the beautiful cherry trees laden with beautiful white flowers and birds. So the poet tells that he knows that cherry tree is the most beautiful tree that is found in this woodland, and it is appearing as if the cherry tree decorated itself for the festival of Easter or for the Easter festival. As we have discussed in the earlier classes, that Easter is a festival for the Christians, and in this festival is celebrated to celebrate the rebirth of Jesus Christ. So as according to the Holy Bible or according to the New Testament, so we know that Easter is celebrated after the crucifixion of Jesus Christ. Then Jesus Christ take rebirth again. So in order to celebrate this, the Christian people celebrate the festival of Easter. So the poet tells that so the cherry tree decorated herself with white flowers, and it is appearing as if she decorated the cherry tree decorated itself just like a princess in white costume. So just like a princess in white costume, the cherry tree is there just near the woodland path or just near the woodland ride. So when the poet is riding his horse and going in the woodland, then he saw the natural beauty of the cherry tree. And the poet describes that according to the Holy Bible, the average lifespan of a human being is 70 years. And the poet tells that he has already passed 20 years of his life, and only 50 years of his life is left to enjoy the natural beauty of the cherry tree. In the words of the poet, now of my 80 years and 10. So as we have discussed in the previous class, that 1 score is equal to 20 years. And the poet tells 80 years and 10 means 3 score means 60 and 10 means plus 10 means 70. So according to the Holy Bible, the average lifespan of a human being is 70 years. The poet is of 20 years, and during this 20-year time, he has never noticed the natural beauty of the cherry tree. So he has passed these 20 years in such a manner that he has never given proper importance to the natural beauty of the cherry tree. So the poet is expected to live for another 50 years. So he do not want to miss a single year without watching the natural beauty of the cherry tree laden with beautiful white flowers. So the poet tells that he is in a hurry to rush to the woodland, or he is in a hurry to rush to the woodland or forest area, because he do not want to miss the natural beauty of the cherry tree. So he wants to enter into the forest area where the cherry tree is blossoming with the beautiful white flowers, and he wants to see that natural beauty of the cherry tree. And according to the poet, that 50-year time period is not a sufficient time period in order to watch the natural beauty of the cherry tree. So because 50, in the words of the poet, human life is mortal, or man is mortal, but in comparison to human beings, what the nature is immortal. The beauty of nature remains forever. So in comparison to the natural beauty, the lifespan of a human being is very short, very transient, or very short period. And during this 50 years and 50 years lifetime, the poet is expected to live the 50 years lifetime is not sufficient lifetime for the poet in order to enjoy the natural beauty. So for this reason, he is in a hurry. He wants to rush to the woodland, and he wants to see the natural beauty of the cherry tree, the magnificent cherry tree laden with boards and beautiful white flowers, giving the illusion that it is landed with snow, it is hung with snow. So the poet wants to go to the forest area in order to watch the natural beauty of the cherry tree. Students, there is a poem written by John Keats, A Thing of Beauty. Actually, students, a thing of beauty always gives us happiness and pleasure. A thing of beauty is joy forever. That means a thing of beauty always gives us happiness and pleasure. And the beauty of that thing increases day by day, and it can never come to an end. And nature is the old source of beauty. In comparison to any other thing, nature is the old source of beauty. But in comparison to the nature, the lifespan of a human being is very short. So we may be looking the same rising sun every day. We may be looking to the same setting sun every day. But always we found a magnificent beauty lies in that rising sun or a setting sun. So students, its beauty increases. Every day we become attracted, or we become attracted towards the natural beauty, because natural beauty is intransigent and it remains forever. So here the poet wants to enjoy the natural beauty of the cherry tree during his short span of a lifetime. The poet believes that his average lifespan is 70 years. As per the Holy Bible, he has already passed 20 years and only 50 years left, and he do not want to miss a single year in order to enjoy the natural beauty of the cherry tree. So students, today we have discussed the theme of the poem Loveliest of Trees. Let us discuss some comprehension questions. The first question is, what is the poem about? Students, the poem is about the beauty and life of the cherry tree. The next question is, which word tells the cherry with flower is the nicest of all trees? Which word tells the cherry with flower is the nicest of all things, or nicest of all trees? So students, look at the second line of the first stanza. In the second line of the first stanza, you will find a phrase, hung with bloom. Hung with bloom. So the phrase hung with bloom tells the cherry with flower is the nicest of all trees. Next question, where does the tree stand? Students, the tree stands in the woodland. Woodland means in the forest area. Next, what do the tree wear for Easter tide? Actually, students, as we have discussed, Easter is a festival of Christians, and the cherry is wearing a white costume. By what? Laden with white flowers and birds. So what? The question is, what do the tree wear for Easter? The cherry enjoy the festival of Easter wearing what? White flowers. Then the next question, what is the normal lifespan of human beings according to the Bible? Students, according to Holy Bible, the normal lifespan of human beings is 70 years. How old is the poet? As you know, student, the poet is about 20 years. Why does he deduct 20 years from 70 years? Why does he deduct 20 years from 70 years? The poet has already passed 20 years. So, as per the Bible, the average lifespan of a human being is 70 years. So, he is deducting 20 years from 70 years. That means he is expected to live for another 50 years. How many years does he supposed to live? The poet is supposed to live for the next 50 years. Is 50-year life enough to see and enjoy the nature? According to the poet, 50-year lifetime is not sufficient to enjoy the natural beauty, to enjoy the beauty of nature, or to enjoy the beauty of the cherry tree laden with flowers. Then the last question, why is the poet is in a hurry to go to the woodland? Students, the poet is in a hurry to go to the woodland because he do not want to miss the natural beauty of the cherry tree laden with white flower. So he rushes to the woodland, or the poet rushes to the woodland because he do not want to miss the natural beauty of the cherry tree laden with white flowers, and he considers he has only left 50 years more and he do not want to miss a single year in order to enjoy the natural beauty of the cherry tree. So students, today we have completed the poem Loveliest of Trees. You recite the poem and also try to answer the comprehension questions that is given in the textbook. So thank you, have a nice day, see you in the next class.